Great. I am live. So back to the drawing board. So I got 2 accounts funded on Friday. And then after I tried to get more funded when I was off live, and I ended up blowing up 6 practice accounts and then another 3 today. I was trading at home. I do have a rule, no trading at home. So I broke my rule and also had a funded account I blew up. So deservingly so. No trading at home. Only trade at desk. Blew up 1 funded account and 3 practice. Technically 4. 4 because top step. So now I'm long this account that is funded, up 1,000, which this is negative. So divergence is negative. This is all negative. This is negative. This is flatlining. This is slightly up, but it's showing this 170 price target. So I think it might go there, and then I think it'll go down, but we'll see. So 170, I mean, it's all like amazing.
Oh, shoot. Hey, Andrew.
How are you?
Here you go. I'm doing well.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Yes. And I'm going to give you, like,
wow.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You so much. You're the best. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I got your call. How are you? Have a great day.
You're the best. Okay, so lunch. I have lunch. So I'm looking. I guess I did set it there. I guess it's good to have profit targets set before, and then also just have them set in case it just takes them out, because sometimes it'll go whoosh, and I'll take everything out. A lot of speed that you don't really realize. Same thing with your stop. Okay, so the reason I entered this trade, I was looking at the 1 minute. I actually bought here. That's how I got the extra 600 in profit. I started buying here, and then scaling out kind of where that is. And I had a stop loss here somewhere, and then it went down. And I started buying really like here. But then I added here because, and I sold some up and then added again. But this made that. This is bullish. Really, it plots it out for you, but it does it late. So that it made a low, made a lower low, or so I did not. So then I kept going, added in there until I had 10 contracts. I had like 12, and I set a little out, set a little out. This one it needs to hold above to keep going. So. And then looks like it's going. So
let's say advances together.
I'm on my profit target. No. Actually, one off there.
Yeah, I understand. I'm sending a message out right now, okay? And then also, just for the people's sake, so Ryan on the 11th, you'll be making it then. And then that payment for the 11th.
Great, took one.
I understand. I
14.
get it. I get it. I understand your so I'm sending a message out, but you're also gonna receive a packet. So if there's a policy.
I want to
Thank you.
I do want to copy trade these, but I'm not confident. Because you can make a lot of money quickly, but you can lose a lot of money just as quick. I'm just waiting for all these to cross over.
Still, having focus on the
So what I've been doing is setting to 1 minute. That broke, so I'm giving back a few hundred in profit. Or about 10 minutes. And close that. So technically, I should go short there. I'm wrong.
I'm here.
Mm,
69, 66.
yeah, I don't like that. Broke that. And now I'm not at my profit.
What number 7 or 59? Mexico and smaller is interpretation.
Alright, so I'll stop. Do it for just in case I'm not giving away all my shit. feel like I'm going with like a safety net. I don't like how that. When I look here, it's round. So it hits, but yeah, it's pretty bearish.
Okay, you want to call us back? You want me to just
Let
move the
me-
payment to
let
Friday?
me give her the answer. Another the ID.
Okay, I can move it to Friday. New credit card?
Absolutely no
Okay.
No wick.
We'll talk about Friday.
candle right here.
Thank you.
And it's high volume.
Okay.
Maybe I should go short.
Or you want to. It is a level, there is a level.
Right? I don't want to risk that much. Already paid back how much? Like $700. Yeah, took me out. Yeah. Right? It's all bearish. So much short on that one.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
No, wait. I don't need to make a trade right now. Oh. Stop me out. Right.
Okay. So
Your guy.
the list is a number.
Want to see if we can reach him or not?
Yes. Let's do it.
This is. See if we can give him a phone call. See if he can answer.
Oh no, it's not a number. I got some of the table. Policy. Can you say policy?
So I added because of this level here.
I will remove this. I will remove this.
Alright, looks like it's still holding.
Ryan,
Right.
Yeah.
I spoke to Douglas, so hopefully he gets it.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
I like when it's these wicks. Dragonfly dirty. I can come all the way down.
Ryan, did you speak to Michael Aguilar
Why don't I speak to him for?
about his customer?
It's closing.
He's. Oh, are you not on these emails?
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5.
Maybe you're not copied on these. He's been going back and forth all morning.
Higher. 15.
He's like, oh, just send it over now.
Okay.
Great. It's what the Phil fight.
I just don't know. I just want to be able to.
No, I figured you were on the chain, but I don't think you are on this one. Yeah, I don't think you're on this email chain.
Let's go.
Who is this? That's him? Oh, good. Hello, this is Brian Madison, tax.
I'm fine with that.
Excuse me. Yes, this is Bertram. Okay, wonderful. How's your day going thus far, sir?
Okay. 2, 1.
Wow. Tell me, how's well, is this have to do with what you do? What do you do for work?
I think it's going to be bearish.
Oh, really? Oh my god. Oh my god, is it serious?
2 minute. Went up really quickly. Okay. Point down.
Is it swelling up or?
Pointing up.
Yeah, my grandmother had something very similar a couple months ago.
It's hitting this.
She's getting up there in age, and it happens. I hope you all the best, man. Has it affected you going to work? Have you been able to work since then? That's good. Well, I send you all the best wishes when it comes to that. Obviously, it's serious. You don't want any type of damage, especially with important body parts like your knee. Now, good. What I'm giving you a call about now, I'm sure you know. I mean, obviously, you spoke with Chris originally about the situation you have with your taxes right now. And we have a lot going on here, Bertram. I think you have an idea, but definitely want to get this taken care of before it's too late. So let's identify what each of these issues are. Okay, so what I see here is I see a past problem, I see a present problem, and I see a future issue. So the past problem is essentially the fact that, for years that are past 2018, you have unfiled returns. And what the IRS does when you have unfiled returns that far back is they issue you what's called SFRs, which stand for Substitute Filed Returns. Okay, meaning what they'll do is they'll take whatever they have on record for you. I know your fact pattern is pretty simple. It seems like your government for across the board for a variety of years.
65.
But what they'll do is they'll take that and they'll give you no deduction. So the standard deduction you'll typically get, if you file a return yourself, you'll get that. And they'll give you a 20% penalty on top of that for whatever you would actually owe. Just times that by 0.1 or 1.2, and that'll be your tax bill for respective years. And you have a couple of these years that are past 2018, 15, 16, 17, 18. Currently, the unfiled years 15 through 24, which brings me to the next problem, which is the present problem, which is the fact that the IRS is looking for the returns, up to 2024, and this is before we're talking about what you owe. You just want to file in, I would call it stage 3, meaning it's collections, but it's not collections at its highest point. It's not like the IRS on your doorstep, but they definitely want these sooner rather than later. Now, the future problem is quite simple. It's once these returns are filed, what are the liabilities going to be? Is there any balances? What am I going to have to pay, to essentially have these people off my back for the foreseeable future? So now we identified, 3 things that we want to target, on this phone call. And I see, the income has spiked drastically the last year. In 2023, the W-2 was only 34,000. And in 2024, the W-2 was, the cumulative W-2, so altogether it was 127,000. So this is a spike that the IRS sees, and obviously this just gives you an extra reason to get this taken care of right away because you're under the microscope. So what changed? Did you get your job, or what was the situation from 23 to 24?
It's bearish. Why am I fighting? This is bearish flow, but yeah.
22, okay. And what, you just got a raise or something? Because 22 and 23 were both around 30,000. Yeah. Weird hours. Right. Okay. This week's gonna be this thing. Gotcha. Okay. So what you're saying is essentially, depending on the hours and maybe I guess it's the time as well. I mean, I'm sure I work some mornings as well, something like early mornings.
Can't get out of this.
Right.
68.
Oh wow. So it is definitely a commitment, but I'm sure. I mean, if you're good at what you do, then there's definitely not a shortage of them calling you for these set hours and doing this for them, for the company, which is good. I see the company, the big W-2 last year from, Conemaugh Law Firm. Is that where we're looking at here? Conemaugh Law Firm.
Should have set it under that low.
I see here so I see your Baton Rouge Country Club. Is that where we're looking at here originally? Okay.
That's weird.
Okay. Now, where could be the Cohen Law Firm? This is the big one. This is the 90,000 on W-2. The other one is Baton Rouge. Yeah. Oh, maybe we've uncovered another issue. This is why I asked these questions. Because there's 2 W-2s. There's one from your regular W-2, the one you expect. It's the Baton Rouge Country Club. It's 36,000, 37,000. We'll call it. It's 36,992. Now in 24, you also have this one from a law firm. So I'm confused. Maybe it was a settlement. What happened in 24? Think about this. I want to confirm that this wasn't you, because if it really wasn't you, then maybe you have another problem on your hands. No, 24. And you don't remember. The reason why I asked is because this is also in Louisiana too. I mean, you're in Baton Rouge. This address they provide for this place is, let's search it up actually. It's 111 Veterans Memorial. Looks like Metairie, I guess. Louisiana. crazy. So let's give this people a search. Go ahead, sir.
So what am I seeing here?
Right.
And this is breaking down, right?
Interesting.
5 minute. So it's gonna close. And then that will probably
So
and then it'll go down.
So, this might be another issue as well. Another issue is, and this is because we counted 3 problems already, might be a 4th problem.
68
Maybe somebody
showing.
has your
Forgot, doesn't
information
matter what
and
it's showing. I
this
just
is
do
your
that.
W-2 that,
I see this showing,
you don't recognize. This is what the IRS
and it messes
often
me up.
calls identity
But,
issue.
like 14 million.
And I hope that's not the
spelling
case for
puts
something like this, but
and
it sure
almost
sounds
12
like
million.
because
sold
we actually had a
on
similar
calls,
case of this as
so
well
selling,
last week where,
um,
well, it was more
calls,
obvious.
so,
It was a guy out of, we were located in New York, and he's in New York as well.
yeah, it's gonna
And
close
he
on
was had,
that.
I think it was
Probably
4
test
extra
that.
W-2s in his regular W-2. And it's just like you every year he goes to one job, he has the same
It's
W-2.
on the 5
And he
minute.
had 4 extra W-2s, like one in Massachusetts, one in Florida, one, like it clearly wasn't him. And we, showed
Yeah.
the IRS, his tax form, and we were able to clear it up, through, the simple phone call and submission of
Going
paperwork.
higher, so
In this case, we definitely want to be able to clear this up if this truly wasn't you, especially, if you're saying you made money that you didn't make. It's just kind of odd that,
that
the
is
income would just spike from 30,000, 34, 35,000 all the way up to 128,000 in 1 year, and nothing really changed. Which is why, I even asked this, and I think we got to the bottom of that conundrum, right? Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I mean, look, it's scary. I'm not going to say it isn't scary. Trust me, it's definitely scary. But I'm sure we can clear it up. I mean, it sounds like if it sounds genuine, it sounds like if you're saying it's not you, I can believe that. We just got to see what the mental gymnastics that the IRS put us through to, affirm that this is truly not you. What's funny about it is that from the 90,000 W-2 here, withholding actually is it's not like bad. Like it's 18,000 withholding, meaning whoever I guess meant to issue this to, or whoever meant to issue this to anybody, it seems like maybe they could have made an honest mistake. I mean, it's very, very strange because they have your address here is something different than the address on your W-2 from Baton Rouge Company Club. I see your address on Baton Rouge Company Club is the 328 Celtic Drive, Apartment 1. And it's also the address you gave us. The address that they have on file for you here at the Cohen Law Firm LLP is 2236 Perkins Road. You ever lived there before? You did. Okay. And then you lived, so you have lived in Perkins Road for a couple of years now, is what you're saying, right? Was this a property you owned, or was this a place you rented? You rented there, and you have no place. So this is interesting. I don't know what this could be about, but they have your old address. I hope it's something that was lingering, and then they decided to throw this on you. I don't know what this could be. We'll clear that. Now, here's really the game plan. The game plan here is how do we get you out of harm's way? How do we get everything filed, squared away, and have you in the good graces of the IRS? Well, it's simple. Well, not too simple, but it's simple for us. So the years that are in question, the IRS had around 15 through 24. I have a way where I think we can get you off scotch-free of 4 of those returns, or at least 3. I think I can get you off of filing 15, 16, and 17. The IRS has a rule for general taxpayers called the 6-year look back. And that we can implement because essentially with the IRS seeing that you have W-2s for all these years and that, nothing really has changed, they may not even have to require you to file those 3 years because 6 years past the point today. All right, so that means you'd file essentially 18 on in this sense. So we're going to apply for the 6-year look back rule, meaning you essentially save on whatever late filing penalty you'd get in 2015, 16, and 17, which is very important. And now we'll file 18 through 24. All right, the income is pretty much the same across the board. I see the issue here is you're not really withholding enough money from the paycheck each pay period. Maybe it's because of overtime or weird hours or something. Because like for instance, the 2000 and let's see, which year was it? Which year was the worst? It was 2022. Yes, we had 39,607. So call it $40,000. Withholding on that year was only $3,000. It's to be a bit higher, maybe closer to, I always say between 10 and 15%. You're usually, better off with income that you have, right? This $34,000 range. You want to have it at least, I would say 15% usually where you get a refund back at the end of the day. Right now it's zero. In 2022, you're at about 8%. So we'll obviously advise you how to do that. I'm sure you're all at the same job. All you have to do is, submit a different W-4 form for the withholding, and they can correct that going forward. So 2025, the year we're still in right now, it's not an issue. I know 4 months of the year is gone. If you submit a form now, the damage is minimized, something like that. Okay, so what we got to do is we got to file 8, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, do a 6-year look back rule for the first 3 years. And I'll also include for you, and this is not going to be in I know the $1 million question is how much is all going to cost. I'm also going to include you in 2025, and that's going to be not included in whatever this fee is going to be, which I'm going to tell you right now. We'll include filing next year's return for you as well, because I want to get you ahead of the curve going forward. The only reason these plans work is the IRS wants to see that you're being a good taxpayer from here on out. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is what we need. We need to make sure that we can get this taken care of ASAP. I would say within the next month or two. And I think if we can do that, because this is the case here. 21, 22, 23. Or actually, no, 22, 23, and 24.
So that was great.
Have to be e-filed. The rest have to be paper filed. The IRS only lets you e-file returns 3 years back, so you only file 22 and on. So you have to put 21, 20,
so close,
19, go right away because the IRS gets it within a week, but they take a little while to process these returns. And waiting on the IRS to process these returns is such a drag, I'm telling you, and we do it all the time. But the quicker we submit it, the easier it is for you, the taxpayer.
Wow.
All right. At the end of the day, I don't think you're gonna owe a whole lot. We can minimize this.
The goal is,
and correct me if I'm wrong. You're single, right? You're not married. You don't have an independence, right? I'm just not make sure. You're single.
I do that.
Okay, gotcha.
4 or 5 accounts.
I don't think this is gonna be a whole lot you owe. I think when the dust settles, I can get you on under $10,000, I believe. And I think from there we can either negotiate a small installment. I don't think you'll need to pay a whole lot. Is what I'm saying. When it's all small installment, or if absolute need be, we could explore freezing the liability. Essentially, as long as you continue to make this income, you're not going to have any issues. You're going to close the file with the IRS. I think that's the way to go. You get what's called the guarantee program, meaning, okay, I have my full answer. Now, I guess the other question then becomes the $1 million question, right? How much does this all cost? That's the $1 million question, right?
I'm just gonna let these run.
All right. So good news is it's not $1 million.
Better way I bought it.
And I can tell you that for sure. And I'm gonna be upfront with you. You know, I'm gonna work this out for you to where you pay a little bit of time. You know, I don't wear ones for relax for you pay some steep down payment, especially you're in a hardship here. I see how much you have right here. You pay, and how much is your rent alone?
I'm pretty confident with that.
And well, you don't have the kids, so you don't have any kids, so it's good. You don't have to shell out money there. No child support, nothing like that. Okay. Well, you definitely, not in the worst spot, but it's not easy to provide with the income you have right now. So, what I want to do is I want to work this out in a way where a little bit of the time as the work gets done, I'm still going to give you the blanket rate, the fee that gets everything done for you. Total cost on a file like this, which includes everything I just mentioned,
Very happy with that.
is typically $4,500. I'm going to give you a coupon to get this reduced to $4,000. Takes care of all your tax problems. I said I'm also going to
14 or 15. I guess I could pay it back on here, right?
Next year's tax return for free. I'm not going to charge you next year's tax return. And then what I can do is I can offer you a pay plan that extends out as long as you need, 3, 6, 9, 12, whatever you need as far as how you can pay it. Get the work started today before you can make a first payment. So you tell me what's something that's feasible right now as far as a monthly arrangement. What I can do as well as I can throw out some options as well and tell me when these work. I can start high and just keep going down the line. What you tell me is stop me at a point. If you were looking at something that pays it off at the end of the year. Well, there's I guess what this month. There's 9 months left of the year, so you have 9 months. It's 444. You need to go, to say next tax season, which would be 13 months. You'd be looking at 307.70.
Oh shit.
A bit easier, a bit easier on the pocket, I guess. You tell me if either of those are something that can be suffice for you. 70. Yes. That'll be 13 months.
First.
You tell me if that works for you. You tell me if I want you. If you really can't do it, just let me know. I'm willing to work with you.
I'll just give her a quick call. It's much easier.
In that 11 days, and this is how we sign the contract and work started right. I'm going to get the paperwork set up so before you make your first payment, you can release your file into the back office before the returns get started.
Balancing off to 6.
You can get something done.
70, but this is all bearish. The momentum is.
What they'll need is to get you a W-2 sheet, which is very good. We have all the W-2s in files. On file here with the wage and income transcript, which is essential for the sake of this resolution. You don't have to go digging up any, tax return from or tax documents of 2015. We have that on file, which is good.
Let's see.
All we would need is very simple things like copy of ID, you telling me, hey, what's my middle initial? What's my, current address, things that you'll definitely know. And, that'll be, really the documents you collect when it comes to something like this. Other than that, it should be sailing. So what I'd send you now is I would send you that aforementioned agreement. It's e-sign, I can have Chris walk you through signing it like you signed, how you signed it 2848 originally, the form we used to get a free report for you. And then once that's signed, I can get the file started and we run until the 9th. And then let's talk about the other payments going forward. After the 9th, and you want it to be like every 9th, or do you want it to be like 15th, or like every second Friday? What typically, what day do you get paid? Every 4 weeks from the 9th? I don't know.
What's going on with Anthony Johnson?
So to make it easy for you, you get paid on the 9th? You get paid on the 9th or the 2nd? Yes, take a look.
On Wednesday? Okay. Did we get one of your
Trace back. It's not making it lower though on the RSI,
Perfect. So the 9th would be suffice then. How about we just do it to make it easy, since you can pay every 2 weeks out, just put it every 4 weeks out from the 9th. So, instead of, after May 9th, it'd be 4 Fridays from then, it'd be, June 6th. So, it's the day before or day after you get paid. So you'll have to make it easy. And I can set it up like that in the payment schedule so that you're all set up. One important thing to know is that, with no interest, no financing, you can use a debit, you can do credit cards, and you can debit if you want. Just if you're ever behind, just let us know. Just obviously make sure you get the first payment on the 9th. But say any point after that, it's a month, you run into a hiccup, just give us a call and let us know. I'd be the direct point of contact on this file to make sure that this all is true.
So Olivia, you have a call with them on Wednesday?
Make sure.
Yeah, forward me that
Breathe
email.
at night, sleep without having this IRS cloud over your head. It's not fun to owe this or to have a responsibility, to the IRS in this sense. But good news is, you have a saving grace here. So I want to get started right away. Your email is, let's see here. Chris actually has it. So what I'll do, we'll set it out right now, too. And you're free the next 5 minutes, right? Okay. I'm going to send this out to you right now, and then I'm going to have Chris give you a call back.
I'm happy with that. I only have 3 contracts and I
I'll get the file started right away. Just if you have a second, make sure you write my number down as well. So I'll be the one that you call as far as point of contact for us. It's going to be 646 440 45. Yep, absolutely. That's Brian. BRIAN. Okay. And you can just reach out that number, text. Whatever you gotta do with that number any point in time. And I'll make sure that I'm on the phone. There's
You have a call on Wednesday, right? What time?
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right, Bertram. So for now, just sit tight.
Okay.
And give me a call back in the next 5 minutes. Okay. We'll chat soon, sir. All right. Hope everything gets better with the knee as well. All right. It's rough. It's rough. Trust me, I know. Hang in there, bud. All right. Chat soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, big man of the hour.
You have
Everything?
you have it says email?
Yeah.
I'll send it to you right on your.
What's just on the lead sheet?
Profits, I'm happy. Damn, that does not look good. Especially on the front one. Needs to close above 22.27.
Let me see.
It's very bearish.
Wait a second.
Right?
But other than that, how'd it go?
Good.
Mhm.
Solid. Let me just 25. Alright, we're gonna charge it.
Awesome.
7 plus. Oh, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Just set this.
I'll wait till we get 18, honestly. I'll wait till we get 18. It's 17.
Yeah, set for 3.
18, 20. It's black case. 6.
Oh, shit. It's taking me out. Took me out.
See how it comes up. Let's just do.
And you're touching base with them on Wednesday to go over the accounts access or gathering signals? And then you're also other than okay, you're touching base about regarding the yep, regarding the bank statement, so good to go there.
Yeah. Manipulation. Agitation. Manipulation. First minute.
Resolution.
Hmm. Cool. I'm happy with that. All right. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to manipulate it up. 130 to 2. So I'm going to go low. That was a short, I would close. Oh, I reached for here, but if it's not going, I just close it. Right? Hmm. That's pretty accurate. It's like so slow. It's 1:33, right?
Hi, good afternoon.
That's how I.
Mhm. Mm, I want my stop.
Oh, yeah. So what happens? Is it
Oh, wow.
now for tax prep or-
Mm.
Okay.
Here. So,
Oh, great. So he's ready for.
yeah.
Or let's see, actually, let me
All
see.
right, so I made and lost back and then step position 5. Take that out. It should, right?
I marked my task complete, so you should know what the next step is. Do you know who I haven't heard back for a very long time?
When you shop,
Rachel.
Lopez.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, what do you need from them?
Categories expensive. Hi. I don't think.
Oh, and Camille, I'm gonna put you in this email as well. I'm sending our buddy a credit card authorization form. I'll send it to you guys for travel. Hopefully this, gets.
When it goes down, up, and closes higher, it's usually bullish. It's not closing higher. So it's closing lower. Mm. Well,
Yes. So you don't always,
Really close.
okay.
Well, either way. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Cool.
I'm not gonna get out until. Yeah, it should be up though, right? Yeah. Yeah, it looks bullish to me. But I don't know. It's bullish, so why? Right? It is bullish. Okay. All right. Okay, that's what I wanted, really. Getting better when I'm taking losses. This is higher. Five contracts, something crazy. So this should take out. I would anticipate that's one.
I still need 2 minutes, bro.
4 contracts. All right. It's not too terrible. I'm happy with that. Showing the 67 level. Nah, it's negative. Everything's negative here, so I'm very lucky to be getting out here. And that's 67, so maybe exit. If it takes that one out, I'll take the other one out. Should. Right? I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Maybe 1K. I'm happy with the 1K. And this one ain't working. I'll do that. Yeah.
Amy just finished. Cool, thank you. All right, and then Brian, let me know when you're done. Let's chat. Andrew, you're free, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As soon as Brian finishes his typing, we'll A-list strategy call. Oh yeah, about managing expectations. And, yeah.
Oh boy, I could have really gotten much higher returns.
Yeah, 100%. So as long as we're that would be in pretty good shape.
It's 1:30 to 2, so this is the manipulation time. Let's just get out of these here.
I feel like crap today.
Yeah. All right.
Oh God.
Okay, let's just get out. Yeah, I just want to get out of these so that I can. Get out of that. Manipulate. So manipulate. It's going down from 1:30 to 2 should go up. That's good. Let's go over here. $3.
Yeah, I think it's like take this. It's really cool.
Okay. So I am $15. Okay, that's fine. Right, so after that brings me to 1 hour of streaming. So I'm gonna end it there, folks.